and everything stops for tea.
Well, a very, very good morning. Friday, the 26th of March, 10 o'clock, and this is the fourth cup of tea with Mr. G. Before I start, I'd just like to have a little shout out to two people, and that's Paula Swan-Sully and Will Chandler. They've had some very, very sad events that have happened recently. So sending love and lights to you. I'm sure a lot of people in the business will be messaging you or picking up the phone and just having a little chat and just saying we're thinking about you. Today's guest I've never met before. And the reason I wanted to chat to this lovely lady was that I was going through the Facebook and I came across something which really, I thought it was so beautiful. And this was the clip which I did see.
What a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day and dark, sacred night, and I think to myself.
And it's wonderful to see you, Anna Reay. Hello.
Hello, good morning. I have my tea ready.
Oh,
Where's
hello.
it gone then?
Cheers. Cheers. Where are you speaking to me from, Anna?
I'm from Newcastle upon Tyne.
Oh, my Mrs. G was from Newcastle, and I have to say one thing about her. She was so proud of being a Geordie. No matter where she went in the world, she would get people to say "Hoey," and they couldn't understand what Hoey was. So for anybody who doesn't know what Hoey means, Anna, educate them, please.
It means come on.
That's it.
Man, come on, man.
Hoey, man.
I don't know why we're saying
I'm sure we'll have some Geordies tuning in today. If you are tuning in, as always, please just pop a little comment into the box. It'd be lovely to. I'll pop these up on the screen. Anna, that clip, I thought it was such a beautiful thing, and I really want to just start by saying, how did anagrams come about?
Well, so I'm a professional singer, and then when the lockdown happened, obviously all my gigs got cancelled. So we're sort of 2 weeks into the lockdown. I thought of the name anagrams a few years ago because I just thought it was fun. Sort of anagrams, singagram sort of thing. So I started doing little videos to coincide with the clap for the carers every Thursday. So I'd record a song and I'd get people to send in sort of photographs and videos of everything they've been doing through the lockdown, and they were really received. And then I started getting asked to do video messages, and then doorstep shows. I did quite a few funerals on the street. So it just kind of progressed from there, I suppose. It just all fell into place.
And you're a singer. Who in the family were singers? Who in your family were entertainers?
Well, both my parents like to go in the karaoke. So my mum is Peter's big spender, and my dad likes Great Balls of Fire, but neither of them are very good. So yeah,
they used to go to the get up and please in the clubs. They used to go for that. Used to go and do the get up and please.
Just on holiday. Yeah, just if on holiday and we've had a few glasses of wine, then they'll get up then. But yeah, my mum's parents were both lovely singers. So I'm told. I didn't meet them. So
well, you're beautiful. Can you remember the first time? When was the first time that you sang? Can you remember that?
Actually, I do, because I tell this story when I'm singing on the ships. It's sort of one of the stories that I tell. So I was about 4 years old, and I was travelling into Newcastle with my mum on the bus. And I started singing Molly Malone's Alive, Alive, Oh.
Yeah.
What's it called? Couples and Buses Alive, Alive. Oh, and I
Yeah.
sang the song. It's about 20 minutes bus ride, and I sang the song over and over and over again. And this lady came up to me and gave me 50 pence. So it was my first paid gig.
Brilliant. And then you say you worked the ships. Before you worked the ships, where were you doing your singing then? Were you ever a teacher, or were you just a performer? I won't say just a performer. That's not in a disrespectful way, but were you a performer or were you a teacher or what?
So I did. So I've got a degree in music. So I studied music, and then I joined my first band as a backing singer, and then after that, I went on my first cruise as a production show singer. So I've always sort of performed. I did do a little bit of singing and teaching at Gateshead College and sort of private lessons, but it's the performance side that I enjoy the most.
And when the ships, which ships were you performing on?
Well, the first ship I ever did was the Van Gogh, which still is my favourite to this day. So I went on as production team singer, and then I went on as the band singer, and then later on I started doing guest entertainer on Saga, P&O, Fred Olsen. What else have I done? And I had a little break because I had a little boy, and I had a little break from
his
cruising.
name?
I was just about to do. He's called Buddy.
Buddy.
I was laughing before because I thought, yeah, I thought if the door opens behind me, the bathroom door's there, and I thought he was a genius. He had these stickers with letters on, so he's put Mom on one door, Buddy on another door, and on the bathroom he's put poop.
Brilliant.
I thought the door comes open, you're going to see that. I thought he was a genius.
Oh yeah, we should just throw the camera over there. We should have a look at that. Buddy, what a great name! And why is it called Buddy? Where does that name come from, Anna?
Well, it was quite funny, really. So he was without a name because we had 9 months to choose. And me and my partner were watching. This is terrible. We're watching The Nutty Professor. So I said, as a joke, why don't we call him Buddy Love? And then when he was born, he didn't have a name, and his dad was there for the birth and had to go away. So I was calling him Buddy until he came back and we chose a name, and it just stuck. I thought, I can't imagine him as anything else now. So yeah, he's not called Buddy Love, just Buddy.
Is he going to take after his mum?
I think he will, actually. And I've just recently recorded a charity single, and we needed a children's choir on it. But obviously, because of the restrictions, we couldn't get a choir in. So he's actually singing. He's one of the children who are singing on there. So yeah.
How can people find out more about that single?
Well, it's quite an interesting story that goes behind it, because when I started doing the anagrams, one of the first performances I did was a really sad occasion for a little girl who lost her life to a rare disease, and it was a socially distanced funeral, and myself and the guitarist Dion Krishnan played in the street for her family. So it was really, really sad. And the song that they'd asked me to learn was from Nigerian singer Flavour, and it was called Virtuous Woman. Since then, they've asked me to record the song, sort of as sort of the little girl's anthem, if you like. And then when the original singer found out about it, he wanted to be involved. It's actually a collaboration between myself in the UK and this famous singer in Nigeria. So it's going to be released on the 7th of April. So just
7th of April. Yes, I can't believe it's coming around so quick. I will give you a shout out as to how to contact you at the end, but you can actually see. Now I'm getting good at this now. Left to right. Okay, down the bottom here, there's Anna's contact details. Okay, I'm sure I've got all those right. You've got your .com. I've got your contact number and also your website. So details of that single, they can contact you via that. So you do so many different things. Can I just share with the people who are watching some of the things which you do? Here's one which I think is beautiful.
Take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from.
Now, I've got to ask you a question, Anna. I'm from the south. I married a Geordie. I lived in Newcastle for a long time, and the big market on a Saturday night.
Yes.
As a southerner, I couldn't get used to the cold. Then I used to see the lasses come out of the nightclubs in cocktail dresses. Hey, Sandra, I'm clumming, man. Hey, do you want a quart? No, I didn't want a quart, man. I'm sweating. And the blizzards would be, and they'd be walking. It's absolutely freezing. And you're doing your wonderful work. Where's the coldest place you ever done a gig? Up in the northeast. What's the weather like? What was the worst weather you've ever done an anagram?
Well, to be honest, it's probably while I've been doing these anagrams. So I did one at Christmas in the hailstone, and the it was in somebody's back garden. So I did the wedding. I performed at the wedding about 10 years ago, and then the last day this year and sing the first dance for a birthday present. So it was all very romantic, but then all of a sudden the heavens opened, but it was hailstone, and it was actually quite painful. And it passed me a brolly, and it was like, you know, when you're in a caravan and you can hear the rain on the roof of the caravan, it was like that. So probably between that one and then I did a Christmas, and it was going. So it looks good.
So obviously things are moving forward, and fingers crossed things are going to get better for all of us.
Funeral actually outside my house as well, and it was pouring with rain.
I was going to say, with things moving forward, anagrams, you're going to be, you can do right birthdays, well, you tell me what you can't do, because I think you cover every occasion with this brilliant concept.
I think there'll be something. Because
also, just whilst you're thinking,
people were booking me for special occasions, so like birthdays. Oh, sorry, is it my Wi-Fi?
No, well, you know, there's only two things we can't change in the world, and that's internet and Donald Trump. So,
sorry,
I can hear you. I can hear you. I was saying, there's so many different things that you do, but also your style of singing, Anna. I've got a little clip here, which I'm going to show. This.
Okay, well, it's only 1 minute and 58 seconds long, and I'm going to dedicate it from Fiona to you, because in English it's called Oh My Beloved Father. It's a song that I usually dedicate to my dad as well. Oh, you're going to make me cry. And the last time I performed this in front of a big audience was at the stage. It's a beautiful song from Puccini. To finish off my set, my name is Anna Reay, and I do hope you've enjoyed your anagram this afternoon. Happy birthday, and I'm going to love you and leave you with this one. And it's from Paul as well.
I want to ask you this question. I had a very good friend of mine, Rose Cook Monk, who is a celebrant, and she does fantastic services, very emotional, very personal. How do you, as a performer, that clip we've just seen, which I think was beautiful, how do you carry on singing without getting choked up?
Oh, it is hard. With that one, because I was quite far away from them, really see how emotional they would get your back. But I've done quite a few funerals over the lockdown, and when I hear them crying, oh, it really affects me. And I did one where I managed to hold back the tears, finish the song. The funeral car drove away and left sort of people socially distanced in the street, and I just broke down and I couldn't stop crying. And I heard this girl
Oh,
say, "Hey, the singers have a down," and it was the holding that sort of emotion in and not
yeah,
crying because you've got a job
yeah.
at the end of the day. Sort of you're booked to bring the music to them. So most step ones, because I'm so far away, I don't really see or hear that until I've finished, which is good because I
Well,
get very emotional.
this type of work then this is you with your you have a band, don't you? As well as doing the anagrams, you have a
Yes.
band. And when did the band start? When was that formed?
Yes. I think it was 2006. 2006. So we do corporate things and weddings, and then we've done a few shows. So that was the Whitley Bay Playhouse. We've done the
Oh,
Sage
lovely, lovely, the
twice,
Playhouse. Yeah,
Durham Gala.
stage is
I
beautiful.
like to put a show. Yeah, it was one of my favourite ones. Photos are fantastic because it's the venue. And just before the lockdown, we did the Customs House. So that was
Yeah.
Valentine's Day 2020. And then, of course, the lockdown happened just a month after that, didn't it? So, yeah, we weren't expecting any of
What's your
that.
predictions? What's your predictions for getting back to work with the band, cruising? Anagrams, that's obviously going to just keep going because, as I said, there's so many
Yeah,
occasions that you
fingers
can cater
crossed.
for. So, what's your prediction? When do you think it's all going to start again?
Yeah. Well, Boris made his announcement saying, we're opening up then with all the date. I felt really, well, I think I cried. And I understand why I cried. Really, it's good news. Let down that many times, you don't want to get excited. I mean, it was at one point, it was as if I'd tipped my diary upside down and all the dates just fell on the floor. And I feel like
That's
that's
a
going to
great.
happen again. I don't want to be, I'm just like, oh,
Yeah,
they're gone.
yeah. Oh,
So I
it
don't
is
want to get
crazy
too
times.
excited. So I've got dates in the
No,
diary. Oh, I'm
yeah.
really sad. So I don't know. At least I have got my anagram, and I've got anagrams booked throughout the year. So even if the gigs do come back as they were, at least they can. I've been very
Yeah.
lucky.
And would touch a big bit of wood when we say that. Touch a big bit of wood. When
Yeah.
what I wanted to ask you is that with the anagram side of things, where do you travel to? Because obviously you've got Buddy, you've got husband, and having to. Actually, let me ask you a different question. How do you balance being a mother and a wife with all your work? How do you actually go about doing that?
Well, I'm a single parent now,
Right.
so I've got loads of help with my parents, and also he sees his dad. Me and his dad are still friends. So it's like we didn't fall out in a bad way. So he sees his
That's
dad a
good.
lot, and my parents help quite a lot. And over the lockdown, I actually moved in with my parents.
Sure.
Really helped. And if that hadn't
Yeah.
happened, I wouldn't have been able to set up the anagram, recordings. So I've been really lucky with that.
I'm going to show another little
I
clip.
forgot
I
what the
just
other
want you to
question
talk
was.
me through. The other question was, is that how
Okay.
far can you travel with anagrams? Because you're based in Newcastle.
Oh, yes. Well, I was keeping it. Yeah, I'm based in Newcastle, keeping it sort of local because of the lockdown restrictions. I didn't want to be sort of traveling around far. But
Sure.
I've put a few videos on TikTok, and I've had requests all over the country. I thought I should do anagrams on tour.
Did
So
I
yeah,
see
once things
something in
started
it?
to relax, I would do there.
Did I see something like 200? how many thousands of hits was it on TikTok?
Oh, it was 280,000, and then it's just been a Score
280,000.
viral page. So I don't know whether it's gone viral, but that was nice.
Anna, I'm going to show another little clip, and then after that, can you just talk me through some of the people on this?
And sometimes I get nervous when I see an open door. Close your eyes, clear your mind. You're gonna cut the cord, only human, only dancer. My hands are freezing cold. On my knees, looking for the answer.
So some of the people in there, obviously it was Christmas time, and the type of requests that come through. Talk me through some of the requests that came through at Christmas. What were they asking for?
So that one in particular, we were in Evening Chronicle, and because a girl who booked, who was actually the photographer there, that was and dad and our mum had been shielding because she'd had a lung transplant 10 years ago, I think. So she hadn't come out the house sort of all the lockdown. So I was just sort of sent to cheer them up, really, as like a Christmas gift. And people around were her neighbours, so they're all socially distanced in the street watching. And her reaction was just so lovely. You can hear her go, oh! Yeah, they were all, I think there was 4 songs all together, and they were all our favourite songs. So she was crying, she was dancing. It was just lovely. And it's so
really
rewarding seeing these
what
reactions. I've absolutely loved them.
It really is amazing what you do. And here we have something. It's made you what, Donna? Say that again, Anna.
It's made me realise, like, see music in a totally different light. Oh, did you get it that time?
Yeah. Yeah, music in a different light. Thank you. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to just, as I say, have a final shout out. And down here, okay, there it is. There's my finger. There we are. That's Anna. Contact Anna. You know all about the things. There's nothing she can't do, whether you want an anagram for.
Well.
It's like, that's it. Whether you want an anagram for a birthday, an anniversary, a Valentine, Christmas, God forbid, a funeral. If you want to book Anna as a solo vocalist, or, of course, with her wonderful band, if we're allowed to come back, then you know all the contact details. And hopefully we're not going to be strangers, that we can keep in contact, and I'll bring you in for another cup of tea with Mr. G, and just let me know everything's happening. I wish you all the very, very best with your charity single. And there again, the contact details are on there for you to be able to contact Anna. And what's the rest of your day looking like today? Are you going
I was going to have an anagram this afternoon, but it's been postponed.
Right.
It's been postponed today. So I'm going to just be doing lots of emails today, trying to get some coverage for this song.
Yeah, there's a message come through from Harry Taylor, lovely gentleman from the Midlands.
So it's called She's One in a Million.
Reay is a great singer and seems very nice. Well, she is very nice because she's a Geordie man.
Oh, thank you, Harry.
How are we, Harry? How are we? No such thing as a.
Why, man?
I've never met a Geordie I haven't liked. In fact, we're going up.
We're very friendly.
I'm going up to Gateshead because we're going to have a little celebration in the back of the garden for my wife's mum who died, and so I'm going to be surrounded by lots of Geordies who are going to be saying aha.
Well, if you want an anagram.
Well, I know where
yeah,
to
come
go.
And sing for you, and I'll translate.
You know, I know where to go to. Anna.
Yes. Actually,
Thank you for.
it's this jumper. I don't know whether you can see.
I can.
White and pink. When I bought it,
Uh-huh.
I didn't realise it matches my where's the thing? It matches my business card. How sad is that?
There we are. You see,
Like
coordination. That's what it's all about. Listen, Anna, I'm gonna take you out the online feed. Oh, hark at me, online feed. What am I like? I'm going to say cheerio to you. I'm going to wish you all the very best. Keep up the fantastic work that you're doing. I know you touch so many lives with your beautiful voice and the actual whole concept of it. Everybody would be saying cheerio to Anna. And I'll keep in contact with you. And I'm going to take you out now. And God bless. And I'll have a little cheers to you. Cheers.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Cheerio now, my darling. Bye-bye. So that was the lovely Anna Reay, and really, I'm so blown away with what she does. What we've got next, we've got on Monday, 29th of March at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my guest is going to be none other than Mr. Andy Monk, who is the UK's top UK Simon Cowell lookalike. So look, I'm saying to you, look, have you got nothing to do on Monday at 4 o'clock? Tune in to Andy. He's absolutely amazing. From me, Christopher G, I just want to finally say a big thank you to all the people who are carrying on with the charity auction. And that auction, all bids have to be in by 12 o'clock on the 1st of April. The auction will not be repeated, okay? And myself and Rose Cook Monk, we put special low starting bids because we wanted everybody to have a chance to enter the bid. And we do know that money is very, very tight, but the money is going to charity. But when the 1st of April comes at 12 o'clock, there'll be no more bids and there'll be no more auction after that. You've still got a chance to go into the draw for the 2 tickets for the VIP tour of Old Trafford, including lunch. All details if you go to Memories of Mrs. G Facebook page. From me, Christopher G, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Today, I've got my Zoom tap dancing class with the lovely Katie Sirrett, who's going to be putting through my paces. And those of you who know me, I'm not really built for tap dancing, but I'll give it my best shot. So, as always, I've got to get the boys in the orchestra to put their glass of gin down. Have a great day from me, Christopher G. I'll see you Monday on the 29th of March at 4 o'clock with Andy Monk.
And everything's done for tea.